We're joined this morning with Marla Loop, the head Hawk for the University of Iowa softball team. Coach, the Hawkeyes split 4 games at the Cathedral City Classic, but it easily could have been 4-0 Iowa. What do you take away from the weekend in Palm Springs?
I think the biggest lesson we learned is execution. When it's on the line and when you've asked to do something, to execute and to be calm under that time and not feel like you got pressure on you and you're not able to have success. But we've got confidence in practice. We've got confidence in most of the games this weekend. We struggle with that execution, and that's what we've got to learn from last week to take into this weekend.
Well, you'll likely have to limit run production, and your group has a 1.82 ERA. Third best in the Big Ten. What can you say about this pitching staff?
They've done a lot better job this year of going right at hitters, pounding the zone. We have more strikeouts than we had earlier last year. And when we eliminate walks or reduce them, we help ourselves. And we've had some games where we've allowed a lot of walks, and when that happens, we give up runs. When we don't, we've been able to limit the opponent to few runs, and that's been the key.
Well, Coach, again, you're heading to the Hall of Fame tournament in Stillwater, Oklahoma. So good luck to you and the Hawkeyes, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Joined this morning by Jack Dunn, the head Hawk for the University of Iowa baseball team. Coach Dunn, the Hawks dropped 3 tough games over the weekend at Myrtle Beach, Florida, but I'm sure you saw some things you like. For a baseball fan, they were good ball games, but from a coach, there's probably some place you'd like to improve.
Yeah, without a doubt. We have played some pretty good baseball, but we've got to finish games off. You look at that Coastal Carolina game and also the Virginia Tech game, and we had some opportunities to win that. We got tremendous pitch games by Jared Hippen and Sasha Keeble, but ultimately it comes down to timely hitting.
You also mentioned you're looking for a group of 9 guys to solidify that lineup. On Sunday, we saw 5 freshmen in the lineup. What can you say about that group?
Well, actually, technically it was 6 with Sasha Keeble pitching and Jake Mangler being a redshirt freshman. So what we saw from those guys is they were really hungry. They really competed well. We were able to knock out Virginia Tech starter in 5 1/3 innings because we had quality at bats. We really competed with 2 strike. We were fouling off pitches. We were doing the little things, and they did an outstanding job.
Well, of those next 11 games this weekend, you start playing March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in Clarksville, Tennessee. You're at the Austin Peay Classic. So good luck to you, Coach, and thanks for joining us. We're joined this morning on This Week on Iowa by Steve Houghton, the head Hawkeye for the University of Iowa men's tennis team. Coach, the Hawkeyes are back in action this weekend with a trip to Drake, a midweek trip to Drake, and a home match against number 18 Illinois. We beat Drake 5-2 last year, but the Bulldogs have put together a strong season this year. What's it going to take to pull out that win in Des Moines?
Well, Drake's very good. They've had some good wins this year, and they're probably actually better than their ranking would reveal. I mean, it's a very good team. We've had a long history of close matches with them. I think this would be another one. We'll play real well.
You mentioned you've thrown some young guys into the lineup, but we do have Garrett Dunn. He's been a pleasant, familiar face. And another new guy, Matt Hagan, has been a surprising new face, played at the number 1 position last week. What can you say about those 2 Hawkeyes?
There's only been 3 guys, I think, that have stood out. Certainly Garrett's one of them. Garrett's playing number 4 now, had been playing number 5, but it's done very well the last few matches at 4 and 5. The other guy I would mention would be Matt Hagan, another big guy. Who's a freshman, and we've moved him up to number 1. We really feel our 1 through 3 guys are about the same, but Matt's got a big enough game, big enough shots that we feel he's got a good chance to win some matches at number 1. The third guy would be Jonas Dirks. Jonas has had a good season for us. He's been in that 1, 2, 3 slot, kind of moved him around, but last match we played a really good match at number 2, had a really good tournament at Virginia earlier in the year, so I think those 3 guys would probably be the highlights so far.
Well, Coach, this exciting group of Hawkeyes is back in action. I mentioned Wednesday at Drake, and then Sunday here in Iowa City at 2 p.m. Good luck to you and the Hawks, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much.
We're joined this morning by Katie Doherty, the head Hawkeye for the University of Iowa women's tennis team. Coach, the Hawks got a big win last weekend against Northern Iowa, 7-0 shutout. Also impressive, Sonia Molnar improved to 6-0 in dual play. What can you say about her strengths this season?
You know what? She's been doing a great job for us all year. She had a great fall. She's only lost 2 matches. I think she's 18-2 now. You know what? She's stepping up. It's her senior year, and she's really taking charge here.
Well, you're at Notre Dame on Friday, but then you return home Sunday at 10 a.m. against DePaul. Hawks are 4-0 at the HTRC. How important is it to defend that home court?
DePaul's coming off a huge win against Arkansas. They'll be at Marquette the day before. They're a lot like us, young, and we've had some ups and downs, and we always have very competitive matches with them. They're a very well-coached team, and we'll look for the same.
Well, Coach, you got your challenges ahead of you. Good luck this weekend, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Great. Thank you. Go Hawks.
We're joined this morning by Larry Wazorek, the Director of Track and Field for the University of Iowa. Coach, we had an all right weekend this past weekend. 2 Big Ten champions, Troy Doris, Eric Sawinski, both a couple team captains coming through with conference titles. What can you say about those two athletes?
Well, yes. I mean, boy, you can't say enough about those two. I mean, sometimes, you know, you let your superlatives run away with you, but in this case, in both the cases of these two athletes, I think you can't say enough great things about them on the field and off the field this last weekend.
Is there anything you can take from this past weekend at the Big Ten Championships and apply to the last chance qualifier?
Well, the thing I take away, you know, particularly from the men's program was, you know, the positives were we weren't happy with our team our team place, but the positives I take away, two Big Ten champions for the men, and then 25 seasonal best performances. So as we go into the last chance weekend and as we go to the outdoor championships, I think we've got some embers burning there. We got to fan those flames and get those flames going for the outdoor season, and that gives me hope with those 25 seasonal best performances at the Big Ten championship.
Well, last year you finished the indoor season very strong, and it was a tremendous springboard to the outdoor season, Coach.
Yes.
So I want to wish you luck this weekend and say thanks for joining us this morning.
Okay, thanks, Chris.